Good morning and a very warm welcome. You are watching JanataTelevision and this is English Bulletin with me, Yutsa Bhadrai. The top stories first. NCP Secretariat meeting concludes. Leaders decide to hold standing committee meeting on May 7. No new cases of coronavirus reported in the country. Over 60,000 tests conducted so far. Labourers denied relief in monthly. Well-off people included in the list of beneficiaries. North Korean leader Kim reappears in public. Speculations regarding his absence still remains a mystery. And American female athletes at the receiving end. A U.S. court dismisses equal pay claim. And now, the news in detail. Secretariat meeting of the ruling Nepal Communist Party concluded yesterday evening with a decision to hold a standing committee meeting at 11 a.m. on coming Thursday. NCB spokesperson Narayan Kaji Shrestha informed that the Secretariat meeting will be held again on Wednesday to prepare for the standing committee meeting. Yesterday's meeting, held at the Prime Minister's official residence in Baluwatar, also decided to resolve the internal disputes within the party. Talking to the media persons after the meeting, NCP spokesperson Narayan Kaji Shrestha said the leaders agreed to work for maintaining party unity. He further said that Prime Minister and Party Chairman KP Sharma Oli and Executive Chair Pushpa Kamal Dahal expressed self-criticism over some decisions made by the government and the party. The leaders pledged to not indulge in any activity that could bring division within the party. The meeting also instructed all leaders and cadres not to indulge in groupism and activities that could harm party unity. Another decision taken by the meeting was to initiate process to appoint party Vice President Bamdev Gautam to the House of Representatives in the appropriate time. During the meeting, Prime Minister Oli informed the leaders that the government was preparing to call the budget session of the Parliament soon. No new cases of coronavirus have been reported in the country as of yesterday evening. The government conducted 1,252 tests yesterday, out of which all turned out negative according to Dr. Vikas Devkota, spokesperson at the Health Ministry. So far, Nepal has confirmed 59 cases of coronavirus. Among the infected, 49 are men and 10 are women. 16 infected persons have already returned home after full recovery. Currently, 31 infected persons are undergoing treatment in Biratnagar, 8 in Birganj and 1 each in Rupandehi, Nepalganj, Bharatpur and Dhangadi, informed Devkota.
कुल संक्रमितको संख्या 59 छ, जसमध्ये 49 जना पुरुष र 10 जना महिला हुनुहुन्छ। 16 जना निको भई घर फर्किसक्नु भएको छ। हाल रूपन्देहीमा 1, नेपालगञ्जमा 1, धनगढीमा 1, भरतपुरमा 1, वीरगञ्जमा 8 र विराटनगरमा 31 गरी जम्मा 43 जना उपचारमा रहनु भएको छ। हालसम्म हामीलाई प्राप्त विवरण अनुसार सबैको स्वास्थ्य स्थिति सामान्य नै रहेको छ।
Government authorities have tested 13,098 swab samples through PCR method, while 48,529 samples have been tested through the RDT procedure till date.
आजको अपडेटमा हालसम्मको पीसीआर विधिबाट गरिएका नमुना परीक्षणको संख्या 13,098 पुगेको छ। त्यसैगरी आरडीटी विधिबाट गरिएका नमुना परीक्षणहरूको संख्या 48,529 पुगेको छ। गत 24 घण्टामा 1,252 वटा थप परीक्षणहरू भएका छन्।
At present, 22,978 persons are placed in quarantine facilities across the country. Likewise, 89 persons are currently in isolation. Although the government had announced to provide relief packages for labourers suffering from starvation due to lack of work during lockdown, Mantali rural municipality in Ramechhap is yet to distribute any kind of relief for the daily wage workers. The municipality has been unable to dispense the relief packages to the poor as the municipality discovered the names of even well-off people in a list recommended by ward office for relief. The ward chief of Mantali, Ward number 1, has been providing food supplies to the needy from his personal expenses after the municipality failed to do so. Ward Chief Shrestha has provided 30 kilos of rice, 2 kilos of lentil, 1 liter of cooking oil and a salt packet each to 15 needy families of Mantali Rural Municipality, Ward Number 1. This is Janata Bulletin. We'll be right back after a short break. Welcome back after the break. We continue with other national news. Nepal Nursing Association has urged the government to take proper consideration of the facilities and safety of the nurses working in the front line during COVID-19 pandemic. Nurses worldwide are the most vulnerable among all frontline medical staff with high possibility of contracting the coronavirus infection. Nurses in Nepal also have to fulfill their social responsibility at their homes and also remain present in their professional role every day. Therefore, they urge the government to take extra care of their health and facilities. Manakumari Rai, the chairperson of the association, said during a regular press meet of the Health Ministry that it is important to keep the high spirit of these frontline medical workers alive.
नर्सहरू, डाक्टरहरू र स्वास्थ्यकर्मी र अन्य जो पनि फ्रन्ट लाइनमा टिममा अहिले काम गरिराख्नु भएको छ उहाँहरूलाई चाहिँ नि यो अति नै गाह्रो समय हो र पनि उहाँहरू खटिराख्नु भएको छ। त्यसकारण यो एउटा चाहिँ नि गाह्रो साह्रो समयमा कसरी काम गर्ने, फ्रन्ट लाइनमा कसरी बस्ने भन्ने चाहिँ नि उहाँहरूलाई हिम्मत चाहिँ नि जुटेको छ र यो हिम्मत चाहिँ नि गर्नको लागि चाहिँ नि उहाँहरूले जुन काम गरिराख्नुपर्छ त्यो कामको लागि सराहना पनि हामीले गर्नुपर्छ।
Rai further added that the experience in dealing with the global pandemic has helped the nursing fraternity realize the necessity of changing nursing academic courses as well. Rai urged nurses all across the country to work in high spirits and take the responsibility of fighting the coronavirus in their own hands. The National Human Rights Association is set to investigate into the bomb explosion incident in Gaurigaon of Rolpa district which killed 4 children some days ago. The blast took place on Thursday in Rolpa. The National Human Rights Commission has also informed that it will deploy an investigative team to the explosion site to find facts about the incident. The secretary of the association, Ved Bhattrai, informed that a team from the nearby office will be deployed for now as the lockdown will prohibit the movement of people from Kathmandu. The team will consist of a member from the Human Rights Commission, Nepal Bar Association, Federation of Nepalese Journalists and also from NGO Federation, Secretary Bhattrai informed. Meanwhile, Nepali media has suffered significantly for some months with the unprecedented health crisis following the outbreak of COVID-19, a media monitoring report reveals. According to RSS, the crisis has resulted in loss of jobs for journalists, closure of many small media, and denial of citizens' right to information, free speech and free press. The National News Agency reported the news based on the annual media monitoring report published by Freedom Forum. The report further noted that increased press freedom violations coupled with political intolerance and impunity relating to crime against journalists featured significantly since last year. Organized and technological surveillance on media and journalists, coordinated verbal and social media attack against journalists and critics, attempts to follow guided information and censorship, poor media safety was also rampant during the review period. And now, the news from Economic Front. The government has decided to present the budget for the new fiscal year via an ordinance if parliamentary session cannot begin due to coronavirus. According to the Ministry of Finance, government has been facing a daily loss of 1 billion rupees after the lockdown was first imposed on 24th March last month to contain the spread of coronavirus. The situation remains uncertain until the curve is completely flattened. The lockdown has forced the lawmakers to change the entire setup of how budget were previously announced, albeit the government has been making preparations to announce the budget on May 28 via ordinance if the parliamentary meetings will have to be discarded. The new annual budget might be tightened for this year as income sources have decreased throughout the nation. Investments has halted. There is no production in the nation as people have not been able to work due to lockdown. Distribution of pre-existing production has also been limited. The GDP is expected to go down to 2% from the estimated 8% growth rate. Time for a short break here at Janata Bulletin. Stay tuned for international and sports news. Welcome back, and now the international news. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un made his first public appearance in 20 days, the Associated Press reported yesterday, citing Korea's state media. According to AP, Kim celebrated the completion of a fertilizer factory near Pyongyang, ending an absence that had triggered global rumors that he may be seriously ill. The North's official Korean Central News Agency, or KCNA, reported that Kim attended the ceremony Friday in Seonchov with other senior officials. State media showed videos and photos of Kim wearing a black mouse suit and constantly smiling, walking around facilities, applauding, cutting a huge red ribbon with a scissor handed by his sister. Seemingly thousands of workers, many of them masked, stood in lines at the massive complex, roaring in celebration and releasing balloons into the air. There was no definite sign that Kim was in discomfort, although there were moments where his walking looked a bit stiff. He was shown moving without a walking stick like the one he used in 2014 when he was recovering from a presumed ankle surgery. It was Kim's first public appearance since April 11 when he presided over a ruling Workers' Party meeting to discuss the coronavirus. It wasn't immediately clear what has caused Kim's absence. You are watching Janata Bulletin, and now the latest from the world of sports. Well, the United States women's football team's bid for equal pay has been dismissed by a court. According to media reports, the judge rejected the players' claims they were underpaid compared to the men. The lawsuit was filed by 28 women's national team players last year against the U.S. Soccer Federation. They had been seeking $66 million in damages under the Equal Pay Act. Molly Levinson, the players' spokeswoman, said that they planned to appeal against the decision. Giving its ruling, the court said the women's team has been paid more on both accumulated and an average per games basis than men's team over the class period. The US team won the Women's World Cup last summer for their fourth title overall. They have also won 5 Olympic gold medals. After the equal pay claim was dismissed, striker Megan Rapinoe, who won the Golden Ball and Golden Boot at last year's World Cup, tweeted, "We will never stop fighting for equality." The women's case has been publicly supported by male players. In February, the US men's team issued a statement criticizing the governing body, saying that the federation continues to discriminate against the women in their wages and working conditions. We are at the end of Janata Bulletin, and the headlines once again. NCP Secretariat meeting concludes. Leaders decide to hold standing committee meeting on May 7. No new cases of coronavirus reported in the country. Over 60,000 tests conducted so far. Labourers denied relief and monthly well-off people included in the list of beneficiaries. North Korean leader Kim reappears in public. The speculations regarding his absence still remain a mystery. And American female athletes at the receiving end. A U.S. court dismisses equal pay claim. And that's all from the English News Desk for today. You can follow Janata Television and our programs on various social media platforms, including on our website, janatasamachar.com. We urge all our viewers to follow government directives of the lockdown and follow healthy hygienic practices to keep safe from any infection. Keep washing your hands, keep watching Janata Television. Namaste.